What's up everybody, Soul here with another Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles video, and today we're going to be going over all of the missable content and or items that can be, well, missed in the game. With that said, I have not beaten Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles yet, so some of this information might not be exactly on point. However, if the game holds true to what has been told to us, that it is a one-for-one of the original Final Fantasy Tactics, then this shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. With that said, I'm going to go over all of the items chronologically, basically starting from Chapter 1 all the way up to the end of the game, and I will also list where they're at and 3 ratings of whether or not you need to get them. With that said, the 3 ratings are optional, convenient, and essential. Of course, optional means it is of no consequence if you miss it. Convenient means that it makes life easier to get it at that particular point. And then essential means that if you miss it, it's gone. Goodbye. And that's the end of the story. With that said, let's get right into it. Starting off with Chapter 1, we're looking at the Mandalia Plains. This is optional. So you'll be faced with a dialogue option at the beginning of the battle where you're going to be asked whether you want to save Argath or address the enemies directly. If you choose to attack the enemies directly, then you'll get some extra story dialogue. However, this is of no consequence later and does not impact your story. Next is at Paraguay Woods. Probably mispronounced that, but this is optional. And at the start of this story battle, you'll be given a choice on whether you want to help Boko or not, the Chocobo. If you choose the second option, you avoid losing any brave whatsoever. However, the choice ultimately doesn't affect anything past that. After that battle, you will be able to add Boko to your party. If you choose to add him, just like Lad, there's nothing special about him. It's just a regular Chocobo. He does have a unique message when you click on him in the menus and such, but that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it. Next is the story battle in the Tchigolith, Fenlands. You'll face an enemy encounter that possibly includes a pig. And so pigs are really nice, great creatures for poaching. They have some very rare items. So this is a great opportunity to entice or tame one if you would like to do so. If you don't, there's always other options to get them later in the game. Next is in the Clockwork city of Goug. This is essential. After completing the story battle, you will be able to add Mustadio to your roster. Mustadio is a unique character, and he is absolutely needed for quite a few side quests in Chapter 4. So add him to your army and don't lose him, as in do not let him permanently die or leave. If he gets temporarily KO'd, it does not matter. But if he's gone forever and isn't in your roster or army, then you are cooked and you're not getting those side quests. Next is in Balias, Swale. This is also essential, and so you'll be able to add Agrias to your party after this story battle. And Agrias is another unique character who's just phenomenal in so many different ways. However, she's also a complete necessary unit to have in order to get some pretty vital side quests in Chapter 4. So make sure you have her, you keep her, and keep her safe at that. Next one's at the Golgollada Gallows. This is optional. When you deploy Agrias during this story battle, you'll see some extra dialogue between her and Ramza. Really good stuff there. Completely optional and of no consequence later, just some extra story for your enjoyment. Also convenient, you can steal the blood sword off Gafgarian during this fight. It's very nice to have in hand. In Chapter 3, at the beginning, you're going to get Alma in your party. And yeah, it is a phenomenal idea to unequip her. This, of course, is rated convenient. However, she has a healing staff and a barrette on her two things that are otherwise difficult to get, and if you do not unequip her before you get to Orbon Monastery, then these two items will have been gone. They will leave you. With that said, you can get these items elsewhere. Of course, Healing Staff from poaching Dryads, and then the Barrette from poaching Red Chocobos, but this is a very convenient way to get these two items quick and easy. And at the end of the chapter, you'll have an essential opportunity arise where you're going to come across a chance to add Rafa and Merrick to your roster. Both of these are unique characters that each have unique abilities, so I would add them to my army personally. With that said, their usefulness is debatable, and yeah, they don't have any other purpose past that. From this point on, things start getting a little bit heavy here. At chapter 4 is an essential item right here. Colliery Investigation, the mining town of Golland. This is essential. There is a rumor here that continues the quest. Then you will then move to Lasalia in the tavern. Beowulf will ask you to team up. Choosing the second option and agreeing to allow him to team up with you will continue the quest forward. Otherwise, the quest will be cut off and there is no going back, and it's gone forever. Lots of great opportunities and the like just gone. So keep that in mind. Moving forward, when you go to the Golund Collier Ridge and you get into a series of battles, there is a convenient item there, and that you may encounter an enemy pig. I think you will. You're guaranteed to encounter this pig there. This is a great opportunity to get this pig into your army, start breeding them for those rare items and poach opportunities. So I would definitely jump on that if possible. Next, after completing the last battle on this quest, this is essential by the way, Beowulf and the Holy Dragon Reis will offer to join your army. Both are unique characters and both are needed in later quests, so you must add them to your army. And then continuing on, upon returning to the Clockwork City of Goug, this is an essential item. Construct 8, will also be offered as another character. Construct 8 is another unique character to add to your army, and I would urge you to absolutely do so. Moving forward, in Chapter 4's main quest line, this is a convenient item. During the story battle of Bervenia Free City, you can steal the Defender Sword and the Shantag from Melodio. So, however, you can get these items elsewhere, whether it's poaching, stealing, or catching, so on and so forth with a sword. This is a very, very good way to get this, nice and easy, and so I would highly recommend you do so. After this point, you'd also be able to get Balthier in the War of the Lions version of the game, but rest in peace, old buddy. We cannot get you here. With that said, continuing on with Chapter 4's main quest, at the Finnath Creek to Sal Ghidos. At Finnath Creek, this is a convenient item. During this story battle, there's a chance to encounter another pig, so make sure you don't miss out on this one if you already have, or if you just want more. At the Beta Sandwaste, in this story battle, you can steal the Glacial Gun from Barrick. This is a rare item that can't be bought in stores, but it's not unique, and you can get an infinite supply of them later in random battles. It's just nice and convenient. At Fort Basilet, there's an optional item here where you'll have the choice of attacking either the south or the north wall. These are different battles, but neither has any special items or any consequences for your choice, so just choose whichever one seems best to you. After completing the battle at Fort Basilet, Orlando will join you. This is essential. Adam, he is a unique character, arguably the strongest character in the game, and he comes with Excalibur on him. Bear in mind, this sword can be caught from high-level ninjas later in the game, but this is a fantastic way to get it, and the only time to get Orlando, and you don't want to miss out. Trust me. Next is the trade city of Sal Ghidos. This is an essential item. When you first visit, you will see a cutscene in which Aerith offers you a flower. Choose the second option, which is to buy the flower. Buy the flower. Buy the flower. buy the flower. If you do not buy the flower, you will not be able to complete the Nelveska Temple or Recruiting Cloud subquests. So make sure you do so. There's only one chance to get this flower. Buy the flower. Once you have the flower, of course, you'll be able to continue forward and have those things. The Nelveska Temple quest. This is an essential item. Using the Treasure Hunter ability, you're going to move atop the left pillar to find the Escutcheon 2 shield. You will need a large monster or like, Reis or Construct 8, something to use them as a stepping stone to get on top of the pillar, or on your chemist, you could run Ignore Elevation, Fly, Teleport, and the like to get up there. Regardless, when you get up there, there is a chance you'll get a regular Escutcheon instead of the Escutcheon 2. And if you get the regular Escutcheon, it's because your Brave's probably too high. The chance of getting this one-of-a-kind shield, it's the only time you're going to get it, is based on your Brave. The higher your Brave is, the higher chance you have of getting a regular Escutcheon. The lower your Brave is, the better your chance is you get an Escutcheon 2. This is the only place you can get this in this game, and you cannot come back again later for this item, so don't miss out. Next is a convenient item, and that is the Javelin 2, Sasuke's Blade, and the Nagnarok weapons. They all can be found with Treasure Hunter and, of course, low bravery in this area. Make sure you take your time to do so. Otherwise, it might be a little bit difficult to get them later. This is a nice, convenient way to get them. Finally, after completing the events in this quest, Reis's new version will offer to join your army, and she is another unique character in the game, and you absolutely want her in your army, kept alive, preserved, and safe, so that you will have access to more sub-quests or side quests down the line. So she is essential all day long. In Chapter 4, back on the main quest now, heading towards, Mount Germanus, you're going to come across an essential item. This map contains an item, the Invisibility Cloak. This is a one-of-a-kind item, so don't miss it. This chance to get this item. It's found using the Treasure Hunter on top of the mountain. Again, your lower bravery makes it easier to get this item, so make sure you don't mess it up and you get it as best as possible. Now, with that said, you can come back and get this item later in random battles at any time. So don't feel pressure to get it in this moment, but just understand that it is essential that you get it, and it's also the only one you're gonna get. So don't mess it up. Next is Limberry, and so this is a convenient item. You'll face a series of 4 battles, and in the first 3 battles, you'll have the ability to learn Ultima by having one of the assassins or Ultima demons cast it on Ramzo while on his squire job. It is the easiest to get this in the first battle, in my opinion. However, this is still a great opportunity to get this spell, and one of very limited opportunities to get this spell, so don't miss out on it. Next is Essential, Steal from Elmdor. He offers the Genji Armor set and the Masamune. Great stuff. Steal all of it, every bit of it. Leave that man naked. Don't miss out. Another essential item is, after winning all the battles at Limberry, Meliadul will offer to join you. Sign her up. Take her on. This is a unique character. Pretty great. And then, of course, she offers some pretty good stuff down the line. And she comes with Save the Queen, which can be, of course, caught from high-level ninjas later. But it's a very nice way to get it early on and to have it in your armory. After you've reached this point and you finish this, you are now able to start the recruiting of Cloud. Recruiting Cloud quest. Of course, this is essential. When given the chance to add Cloud, do it. He isn't needed for anything else, but he is a unique character and awesome with some unique skills. Get him. No two ways about it. Moving forward, Mount Bervenia. This is convenient. Cloud's Materia Blade Plus is found here using Treasure Hunter. Brave does not matter. Your bravery does not matter in this instance, so just get over to the very top peak of this mountain on this map, and you will find the materia plus blade sitting there waiting for you. Of course, you can come back, retry, blah, blah, blah. Just do it. You can get more of these from ninjas, high-level ninjas, throwing them at you later, but this is a nice, convenient way to get it. Now you can head to Igros, and so this is a convenient item where the boss here has the Defender Sword. A good opportunity to steal it, get another one, have one, you name it. Steal this sword, don't miss out. You can, of course, get an unlimited supply of them later. You can poach and so on and so forth, catch, you name it. This is still a nice, convenient way to get it. Moving forward at Mulande, this is a convenient item. You'll face a series of 3 battles, and in the first battle, the enemy summoner has another Dragon Rod. So make sure you steal this bad boy so that you can have more. Moving forward in Mulund, you're going to have another one optional rated. This is a second battle, of course, where you want to deploy Meliadul for some additional mid-battle dialogue. This doesn't do anything other than just give you some spice in your life. Moving further on in the Meliadon Mulande, I'm going to pronounce it different every time. This is an essential rating. The third battle at Mulande is your last chance to learn Ultima. I repeat, this is your last chance to learn Ultima. You will get it by having these Ultima demons in this fight cast it on Ramza while on his squire. Make sure you don't miss out on that. Once you complete the battles at Mulande, you will be able to complete the last set of side quests as well as the last story battles. You must still have Beowulf, Reis, and Agrius to complete all the side quests in this portion of the game, so don't miss out on that. Moving forward to Orbon Monastery, this is an essential item. After entering for the final sequence of battles, please make sure you save your game in a different slot. I think they've reworked this and done something with it, but I haven't gotten there yet. Regardless, this would trap people and ruin their gameplay. Just save, trust me, in a different slot, not the slot you've been using up to this point. It needs its own little space, so just trust me, it's essential. Save in a different slot. Next is Midlights Deep. So here it is. Of course, we're talking about in-game. All the floors of Midlights Deep have items that you can find with Treasure Hunter. Make sure you have a character with low brave to enhance your chance of getting these items. If you walk on these spots to get these items and you get a Phoenix down, that means you blew it and you didn't get the item that you were supposed to get, the rare item. So you need to backtrack, go and take care of it, because if you leave the battle and re-enter, it's still gone, period dot. So that means you're loading and trying again. With that said, let's talk about the different stages. The Crevasse. This is a convenient item. The Glacial Gun and the Blaze Gun both can be found here. Of course, both can be obtained elsewhere in the game. The Stare. This is a convenient item where you can get the Save the Queen and or the Blood Sword. Next is the Hollow. This is essential. You can find the Zeus Mace and the Yoichi Bow here. Absolutely must get these here. You can't get them elsewhere. The Catacombs. This is essential. The Rod of Faith can be found here, and it is only available here. You can also find the Kaiser Shield and the Fairy Harp here, but they can be found elsewhere. Next is the Oblite. This is essential. You can get the Iga Blade here, only available here. You can also find an Excalibur here, but we can get those elsewhere. The Pauling. This is essential. You can find a Cursed Ring here, and it is only available here. And you can find Ninja Gear here. This is the only one of 2 Ninja Gears that you can find in the game. You can also find a Blaster Gun, but that can be found elsewhere. The Crossing. This is essential. The Staff of Magi can be found here and is only available here. You can also get the Koga Blade here, but that can be received elsewhere. The Switchback. This is essential. The Perseus bow and the Lordly robes both can be found here and are only available here. You can also find Excalibur here, but we can find that elsewhere, as we've mentioned. The Interstice. This is essential. The Maximilian and Grand Helm can be found here and are only available here. The Venetian shield can also be found here, and it is the only one of 2 places you can get it, so make sure you get it here as well. And then of course, Terminus. This is essential. The first time you enter this floor, you will come across a story battle. This is your only chance to get Zodiark, the summon. You have to have the boss cast it on your summoner, and you will absolutely get Zodiark unlocked and learned that way. It's very important that you do this. Using a Mana Shield, you can survive the hit, and it's not too big of a deal, but it has to happen. You have to let it cast it on your summoner in order to get it. And then, of course, this is an essential item as well, but after defeating Elidibus, I'm not going to even try to go back and say it again, you'll be able to recruit Byblos. This is a unique monster character, so add him to your army and have fun. Of course, Terminus, this is essential also. You can find, using Treasure Hunter, the Chirijiraden. The Chirijiraden? Yeah, I always butcher it. Regardless, you can find it here. You can also find the Chaos Blade, so make sure you don't miss that. And there you have it. That is my list of all the missable content and or items in the game. I hope that this list is helpful for you, and I hope I didn't miss anything. Let me know down in the comments, did I miss something? Is there something you'd include? I'm sure there definitely is. And so you can help me out by putting that down below, and come check out my gameplay. I will be posting my vids of my playthrough, playing Tactician mode on the channel. Check it out, give them a look, and if I miss something, let me know about it so I can make sure that I do my best to make up for it. I am not perfect. In fact, I'm the furthest thing from it. So your help and support will be much appreciated. Huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon members. I'm deeply grateful for you guys and gals. Y'all are the ones that allow me to create great content for everybody to enjoy, and I am so appreciative of you. With that said, I wish you all the best in your Final Fantasy Tactics gameplay. This is an amazing game, and we're blessed to be able to play a remaster of it, and I can't get enough of it. With that said, take it easy, and I will catch you next time. Bye.